Mikey B, man. Today I'll be talking about 42 Dugg giving Big Meech 100K, and why hasn't 50 Cent been sued by Big Meech or anybody else for that matter. And we're gonna talk about the money today. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about dudes rap sheets or we talking about the money today. You know what I'm saying? So this is a good video for y'all to chap in with. You know what I mean? But before I get started, I want to send condolences to my brother G Brim, you know, and his family, the passing of his wife, Tiana Phillips, RIP. I just want to give him a moment of silence to his wife that recently passed. Salute to my brother G Brim. You know we love you, bro. If you need me, you know we here. You know what I'm saying? The people was here, you heard? RIP to that sister, you know? RIP to Tiana Phillips, a great wife, a great woman, a great sister. But back to the story at hand, you know what I mean? 42 Dugg, you know, Detroit rapper. I guess he's from the streets. I don't know his real background. I don't know what's going on with him. And this was going to be I was going to come up here on bad Mikey timing. You know what I'm saying? I said, hold on. We're not going to even get bad Mikey involved with this. You know what I mean? Bad Mikey is not going to even get involved with this right here. I said, we're going to let bad Mikey chill for the night. You know what I'm saying? We bring bad Mikey back out. Bad Mikey will be back out soon. You know what I'm talking about? So 42 Dugg, you know, he's saying, show the paperwork. You know what I mean? Let me see the paperwork. Y'all saying this stuff about Big Meech. And he gave Big Meech 100,000. You know what I'm saying? 100K. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? He a legend from Detroit. You know, I don't know. I guess homie playing in the streets or whatever. That's a dude. You know, he looked up to. I guess he looked up to. He might know him. I don't know. I don't know their background. But he gave Big Meech 100K. And if Big Meech is, you know, a rat or not, however, 42 Dugg, yo, salute to everybody pulling up, man. Hit the like button on the way in. No matter how 42 Dugg, no matter what he thinks in his heart, because we can't tell what people feel in their hearts. You know what I'm saying? I respect the dude looking out for a dude coming home from prison. You know what I'm saying? When I came home from prison, I didn't expect much from nobody. I didn't come out here, you know, like dudes owe me. And a lot of people looked out for me, including my co-defendant. Y'all heard about that. Y'all seen it. And I appreciate him. Let me tell you something. No matter what we went through, no matter what happens, you know, I stand on my life. My life is my life. A lot of people looked out for me, for my community, for my hood. A lot of dudes hit me. A lot of dudes just hit my cash app. I don't got contact with them or none of that. A lot of dudes, when I came home, a lot of dudes that I knew from back in the days, some guys I met while in prison from Queens. A lot of dudes looked out for me, you know what I'm saying? Along with my day ones, along with my family. And I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say anything's wrong with how, you know, 42 Dugg is holding it down with Meech. There's nothing wrong with supporting the dude that you see coming home. Like I said, I don't know the content of his character or clearly why he's doing it. I can't just be on the internet capping to say, all right, he's giving it to him for this reason or that reason. You see what I'm saying? So I respect him looking out for a dude that's coming home. You know, maybe son can do some business and get some money when he come out here. Give him a little start. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him a little start. But I done seen dudes on internet right now going in on 42 Dugg like, yo, man, you got homies that's ready to die for you in the streets and you ain't never gave them 100K. I'm not saying if that's true or false. I'm not saying if that's true or not. Like I said, I don't know 42K. I don't know what he's doing. But I know one thing. When we coming from them streets, we got a lot of family and friends in them streets. We got a lot of family and friends in prison. I see these dudes, they throw money they give more money to the strippers than they give to their own homies that's in the can. I seen them give more money to the jeweler than they gave to their own homies' lawyers to get out the can. I'm just being honest. You see what I'm saying? If you saying you love your bros and you really for your peoples, then a lot more of that money will be going to your real family members, to your real crew, to your real road dogs, instead of to the strippers. I'm just being honest. I'm not mad at the strippers getting their money. I ain't hating on the strippers. You know I got some stripper followers. You know, I love the strippers. I done threw some ones. I'll be in there too. I support the strippers. I'm not gonna lie. I support the strippers too. Me and wifey, you know, you can go on our Instagram. You see me and wifey in there. You know, we throwing them ones. But I'm just saying, I have seen these dudes throw ones in the club and they friends be in prison starving. Guys that caught cases for them, guys that and their friends is starving. So I don't know if that's true about 42 Dugg, but if he gave Meech 100K and he's not feeding his friends or his day ones or whatever his crew was, then, you know, we're going to hear about it. That's going to haunt him in some type of way. That is definitely going to haunt him. Now that 50 put that out there, that will haunt him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy. I'm happy that, you know, that he looked out for Big Meech coming home. I'm just being honest. I ain't going to be no hater. This hood love. So I'm happy when somebody shows somebody some love coming out the pen, trying to make it easier for a dude that just did 20 years, almost 20 years, if he's guilty or not. And let me tell y'all something before I really get into this video. See, that's the problem. You got dudes, these rappers, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know 42 Dugg, so I'm not saying if he's street or if he's not. But you got these rappers pushing this street line, right? So they can't connect themselves to certain people and do what they want freely because they saying, all right, you can't run with the rats, you can't do that. And let me tell you something. A lot of rappers can do what they want with whoever they want because they're not pushing the gangster line, they're not pushing the street line, and they're not trying to put up a false, you know, a false image. Because you might really like this dude or really mess with this dude, but now that this dude told or whatever he did, now you can't connect with this dude for whatever reason because, you know, he might have told or did whatever or thought he told or is up. You know what I'm saying? You think, you know, now you can't even do that. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse with that. You know what I'm saying? And I think these rappers just be rappers, man. They should stop trying to be streets because, you know, I know it's a few dudes. I've seen a few dudes, cases and all that stuff, catch cases that's really like about that life. But most of these rappers ain't really about that life, bro. They're not gonna get active when, you know, it's a couple that will. I'm not saying it's a couple. It's a couple. It's a couple that will, right? But most of these dudes is not gonna get active. They're not gonna get active. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting active, bro. They're not getting active. You know, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest, you heard? And I'm not saying, like I said, I don't know 42 Dugg personally, and I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not that guy. I'm just being honest. I'm not saying him. I'm just saying what I've seen and viewed and learned about and knew about with rappers, they not getting active. They not active. They not doing that. They mans might get active. They might, you know, we see dudes throwing bags and stuff on dudes and stuff like that, but they not going to get their hands dirty. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to get their hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them, as you can see, they're not going to sit down and do no time. They ain't willing to go in there and sit down and do no time neither. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I feel about the 42 Dugg. I mean, I appreciate homie looking out for Meech. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for a dude from his hood. I'm just being honest, you heard? I appreciate that. We need more dudes like him that's willing, you know, not just for the clout, because I don't think he posted that he gave Meech 100K. I think 50 posted that. So I think that was some behind the scenes. He hit homie like, yo, here go a little something. You know what I'm saying? You came up before me, looking out for your legends. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with throwing you got it, you up. Ain't nothing wrong with throwing the dude a couple dollars, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's official, you heard? I jack that, man. I co-sign that. You know what I'm saying? I co-sign that, you heard? But let's go to the money. Let's talk about the money tonight. I'm gonna talk about the money. That's what this is about tonight. This is about the money, right? So I seen a few fake posts on YouTube saying that Meech sued 50 for 100 million. That's a fake story. Unless there's some new stuff coming out, it's not in the news. It's not nowhere but on YouTube. Dudes trying to do clickbait. I don't do clickbait here. That's fake news. Meech ain't sue 50, you heard? But when I look at this story, what you gotta understand is, why hasn't Meech sued 50 Cent? Salute to everybody pulling up, man. Hit the like button on the way in. Y'all know what it is, man. It's hood love, man. Show some hood love, man. Hit the like button on the way in. Y'all know what it is. It's 75 of y'all in here. But listen, he lost the BMF. For one, 50 owns the BMF brand. Hold on. Hey Siri, who owns the BMF copyright?
ChatGPT to answer that. You can enable ChatGPT on.
Oh. Hey Siri, from the Star series BMF, who owns the film rights?
I can use ChatGPT to answer that. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson owns the television and film rights to the BMF series. He acquired these rights approximately 6.5 years ago and sold them to Starz about 4.5 years ago.
So Starz owns them. 50 did own them, and 50 sold them to Starz, right? So 50 did own them, and 50 sold them to Starz. So BMF Meech doesn't own it. So he can't do a movie with Rick Ross. All that stuff he talking about is cap. He don't own the rights to his life story no more. He sold it through Tammy Cohen's to 50 Cent. 50 Cent sold it to Starz, right? Big Meech had a big show coming out with all the name brand rappers. 50 started calling him a rat and shut the show down. How much money do y'all think was going to be made from that show in Miami if it would have went through? With Little Baby, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Little Bootsy, 42 Dugg, Boss Man D-Lo. It's more. I'm missing people. Chief Keef. Like, who else am I missing? How much money you think? And it was in a stadium. Was it? If I'm not wrong, was it in a stadium? Where was how many seats? How much money do you think would have been made off of that show? Residuals, YouTube, films, straight to video stuff. How much money you think would have been generated off of that show? 10 million? 20 million? I mean, all together. I think more than a few million. I think more than a couple million with food, with seats, food. I think more than a few million. I think at least 10. I think we're looking at 10 or 20 million on a breakdown. We're gonna break it down. You know, everybody get their piece off of that 10 or 20 million, but they're getting 10 or 20. The Tunnel was making that shit. And drinks. You going in there, you drinking. You know how much drinks gonna cost? You know how much drinks is gonna cost? You know how much money they're gonna make off drinks in a stadium that size? Everybody liquored up. Everybody got their little beers. 10, 20 million. That's 10, 20 million with the seats and the food and the merch. You know they had Big Meech merch. They had shirts. They had merch. You know they were gonna sell merch. on the walkout or the walk-in. You'll get your Big Meech merch, get your BMF shirts. They had hats. I know they had all that stuff made. How much of a loss you think he lost? Right? Any businessman, because that's what Meech is now. He's a businessman. Would have sued 50 for defamation of character, for slander, and all the money that he stopped. Let me tell you something. If Big Meech is not a rat, he has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against 50 Cent. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm correct. Put a 2 if I'm lying. If 50 Cent, if Big Meech is not a rat, he has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against 50 Cent for defamation of character, and for the money that he actually lost in a show. He can show how much money was going to be generated, how much money they projected to make, how much seat was sold. He can show all that. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 if I'm wrong. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 if I'm wrong. If Big Meech is not a rat, right now he has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against 50 Cent. I'm just being honest. This is an easy 10 or 20 to a 10 or 20 million dollars lawsuit. Easy 10, 20 million. Easy lawsuit. Easy right here. Any lawyer for defamation of character, you in America, you promoted lies on my client's name. You stopped shows that we had. You stopped the funds we were getting for BMF, the show that the family was making. The son, Little Meech and Big Meech, has a major lawsuit right now against Curtis Jackson if Big Meech is not a rat. I'm just being honest. I'm going to show you how. Watch this. I'm going to show you how. Hey Siri, what's the definition of slander?
As a noun, slander means the action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
You hear that? Slander is the defamation or false statements that you make to damage someone's character. If that's a false statement that 50 Cent made, if that's a false statement, then Meech has a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Why is he not suing? Because you know why? He would have to show proof that he didn't cooperate. That's why he's not suing. Because 50's telling the truth. Let me tell you something. I can come on the internet and talk about you all day. If I'm telling the truth, you cannot sue me. You can't sue me as long as I'm telling the truth. Once I start lying, falsifying, and defaming your name, then you have a grounds of a lawsuit. But 50 Cent comes on the internet and 50 Cent knows he's telling the truth. That's why he's going hard like that. And there's nothing that Meech can do. He can't sue. This could have been easy. Meech could have just showed his paperwork and this would be over. And we would have been stopped talking. He could have showed his sentencing records. He could have showed his paperwork. He could have had a lawyer come on the internet and talk and speak. And the show could have went on. Right? Listen, that's a lie. Here's my paperwork. Big Meech is solid. Death before dishonor. Here it is right here. Right? Or even better, 50 Cent, you lying, you calling me a rat on the internet, I'm suing you. I'm not a rat. My lawyer is going to sue you because you killed my credibility. You killed my reputation in the business that I was doing in America. You stopped me from getting 50 million. I want 50 million from Curtis Jackson. Big Meech right now can get 50 million from, he can get 50 million. He can get 50 million because guess what? It's not only that show, it's estimated future revenue. Future, 50 kill future money that Meech is going to make. If he made that big show just coming out the first show he did, imagine the shows he could have did after that. He could have said, yeah, I set up this company and, you know, we projected to do 10 shows to get a big deal with, to get a deal with the people that Jay-Z gave the tour, the concert tour with. He could say, you stop future revenue. Future revenue. So now you didn't only stop that 50 million or that 20 million we was going to get, but we were going to continue to do shows. We were going to continue to do shows. Live Nation, I was in a contract with Live Nation to do 10 shows and they was going to give me 100 mil. So you stopped this 20 mil and you stopped the 100 mil deal I had on the table with Live Nation. Live Nation gave Jay-Z and I'm like 100 mil. If Meech would have pulled that show off, first show coming home, if he would have pulled that show off, he would have been able to do bigger shows than that. He would have had the bag behind him and the clout. Live Nation, any of them would have gave him a deal. He would have been doing shows probably all over the world. He would have probably been doing shows all over the world after that. But why didn't he sue? No, you do not have to prove that you worth 50 million. That's not true. That is not true. If your estimated revenue, he had the site, and that site was going to make at least 10 to 20 million for one night. Once you killed my character, you killed future business I'm going to be doing. You killed future revenue. If he had deals on the table to do other things, we don't know who he was talking to behind the scenes to do more shows. I had other shows in other cities set up. I was going to do a Big Meech tour. You don't know if he had a tour coming. He probably was going to do a tour next, being backed by Live Nation or somebody. That was cap. That was cap. The feds ain't shut it down. That was cap. The feds would have been shut it down. They would have shut it down an hour before. That's cap. The feds did not shut that down. That's cap. That's cap. They said that's cap. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Meech right now, if he is not a rat, he has at least an easy 50 million he can get against 50 right now if he's not a rat. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Why he hasn't sued yet? Why has he haven't sued? Why he haven't sued yet? I think I know why. You can't slander somebody if you're telling the truth. I don't care how much times 50 Cent come on the internet and say something. It does not become slander until you start lying. As long as you tell the truth and you reporting news or you saying whatever you want to say about a person, as long as you tell the truth, I can talk about you all I want. Joe Buttons was just naked, right? He was walking around naked or something in the hood. He said he was going to sue 50. He just running his mouth. Because if you was really naked, there's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could do if you was really naked. This is why nobody's suing 50, because 50 is going up there, and he a funny dude, but 50 Cent is telling the truth. And the truth hurts. The truth hurts. Especially these deep, dark secrets that's coming out. The truth hurts. Jai, salute. But he's telling the truth. That's why they can't sue him. They would have been sued his ass. You think they wouldn't have took 50 Cent to court for all that money? You think these dudes care? You think these dudes care about taking somebody to court? You think nobody don't care about that? They suing you, they gonna get your money, and everybody gonna be in club with him popping the bottles with 50 Cent money. Nobody don't care about that. But he can't sue because 50 Cent be up there going in on dudes, but he's not lying. He's telling the truth. 50 is not a dummy. He might be a clout chaser. He might be crazy like Lloyd Banks said. But he ain't stupid. 50 ain't giving away no free money. He ain't stupid. 50 knows exactly what he's doing. He not stupid. 50 ain't dumb. You think he amounted all that money and continue to rise because he's a bozo? No, 50 is smart. 50 is a smart dude, you I'm just being honest, bro. 50's a smart dude, bro. 50's a smart dude. He knows how to keep his name in the algorithm where we gonna talk about him, you Straight up. Yo, Frankie Boo, salute to everybody pulling up, man. Yo, hit that like button, man. Yo, salute to everybody pulling up. Who in here? TJ, what up? Nah, he definitely can sue. You bugging. They was doing that for free. 2-5. Who in here? Tuba. Giants TV, what up? God. G'd up Quinn. I see y'all. What's going on? The Big 1090, what up? Yeah. I'm being honest, bro. Nobody can sue 50 Cent because he's telling the truth. Slander. Hey Siri, what is defamation?
Here's some info about defamation.
Hey Siri. Hey Siri, what is the definition for defamation?
Defamation means the action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander or libel.
The action of damaging the good reputation of someone, slander or liable. I just said that. I just showed you the definition of slander is lying. The good reputation. If I'm telling the truth about your name or whatever you did, whatever act that you committed, then it's not defamation of character. It's your character. If I'm saying what you did, if I'm up here on the internet and saying what you did, I'm only saying your character. I'm not damaging a good reputation. This is your reputation. This is your MO. That's like somebody come on the internet and say, yo, Mikey B is a killer. What I'm going to say? I had a dude up here call me a serial killer. A dude on the internet was calling me a serial killer. What I'm going to say? What can I say? I can't. That's just my reputation. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. That's just my reputation. You can't damage my reputation because, I went to prison for doing some bad things. Just being honest. Just being honest. So you cannot win a lawsuit for defamation of character if somebody is telling the truth. No matter how mad you get, you cannot say somebody slandered your name if they are telling the truth. Mikey Myers. Yo, word up. They was calling me a serial killer up here. I said, oh, man, these dudes just bogged out on the internet, you heard? But that's why. That's why these dudes can't sue 50. Because he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Let me tell you something. If I was Big Meech, and I know I ain't telling nobody, and 50 Cent messed up all my money and my career and my name, I will have that G-Unit 50-cent piece on my neck. They gonna be like, Mikey B, you took him to court? Yeah, I took him to court. I ain't get him locked up. I took his money. This was a legal robbery right here. This is my MO. I'd have been like, yo, this is my MO. I would have had that G-Unit vest, everything, you heard? The 50 piece. I'd have been trolling him. I'd have sued him and trolled him afterwards, you heard? I'd have came out with the whole dun 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 dun. I'd have came out of court with the whole the blue hat. I would have had the bulletproof vest on, the white tee, the 50 piece. I would have had the whole thing on coming out of court with the music playing. Dun dun dun. They're gonna be like, Mikey B, you a rat. You told on 50. You sued him. You took him to court. I ain't sent that man to jail. I took his money. I ain't sent him to jail. Listen, y'all have to stop it on the internet. Suing somebody in a civil case is not telling. I'm just being honest. You're not getting anybody to take any time. You put a claim in. That's like you put a claim in for anything else you got. What you told on. I just put a claim in when the controllers broke on my PlayStation. I put a claim in and got my money back for the controller because you know I always put protection on. You got to put a claim in when you crash your car. That's a claim. That's a claim you put in when you crash your car, even if nobody's involved. To get your money back, to get your money, that's a claim. Or if you get into an accident with somebody else, that's telling. No, I don't got no insurance right now because somebody, rear-ended me, but I don't be telling on people. So, I just left the car right there. I took an Uber home, and I ain't got no insurance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm being honest, bro. They be up here trying to say people are snitches for anything. Yo, the snitch is used so loosely now. Yeah. The rat and the snitch is thrown around so loosely now. It's crazy. Yeah. Yo, you wasn't supposed to go to the ambulance. Hey, yo, I think I seen China do a show today. He said somebody got shot and blew it to the precinct. Instead of going to the hospital, they blew it straight to the precinct. Yeah, that was so funny. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true. I seen that shit, man. I'm like, yo, these dudes is crazy on the internet. You gonna drive past the emergency room. You gonna drive past the hospital to blow it straight to the precinct. Yo, these dudes is crazy on the internet, man. Yo, the internet. If you take this too seriously on the internet, you're gonna go crazy. You heard? If you take the internet too seriously, you're gonna go crazy. You heard? You gotta just enjoy the fun, laugh, and when it comes your turn to be the guy that's the content, just enjoy the content. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Buck, salute. Yo, Yak, what up? Yo, he said, China said the dude blew it to the motherfucking, blew it to the precinct. bullet holes drip drying, yeah. I said, yo, these dudes is wild on the internet. I said, yo, these dudes is wild on the internet, yeah. Blew it. You gonna blow it past the hospital? You ain't even gonna get healed up before you go to the precinct? You gonna blow it straight past the hospital, straight to the precinct? Hey, yo, we built it. What up, yo? Yo, it's nasty out here in these YouTube streets, yo. Yo, these YouTube streets will call your mama a rat. Your mother's a rat. What? I'm telling you, yo, these dudes will call your mother a rat on the YouTube, yo. Yo, rat lovers, you can't even be in a picture with a rat up here, you heard? Yo, he's standing too close. He a rat too. Nah, he took a picture with him. They both rats. You take a picture with a rat, you a rat too. There is no content of your own character up here. You know what I'm saying? Dudes is gonna make you a rat one way or another, you heard? One way or another, you're gonna be a rat on YouTube. No, he's supporting the, they said 42 Dugg. He support the rats. He a rat too. Hey, yo, man. Yo, the YouTube is out of control. The internet is out of control, you heard? Yo, listen. Like 2 months ago, Big Meech was the illest, most dangerous gangster in America. You heard? He was in prison taking pictures like this. He was in prison with his shoulders up. 2 months ago, Big Meech was the illest gangster in America, the illest kingpin, money, name good everywhere, can go anywhere and do anything he wants, go to any block in America and get bricks, drugs, give me money, everybody. They turned Meech into a rat on the internet in like 3 weeks, It took him about 2 weeks to kill Meech's name, bro. The internet is undefeated for real, you heard? You can't play with this internet, son. Yo, this internet is dangerous, you heard? 2 months ago, Meech was the biggest gangster in America. He was in the picture. He was in the picture like this. He was in prison. He had the essays. He had the cartel behind him in prison. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. He had the cartel behind him. He had mad Mexicans in the picture with him, mad essays. White boys with tattoos. He had the bikers behind him. Everybody. Like 3 weeks later, he was like, yo, listen, this is Big Meech. I ain't never told on nobody. It's death before dishonor. I said, damn, Meech is over. They got you. They got Meech. Motherfucking internet, they got Meech too. They got Meech. When I seen that video with his posture, he ain't have that hurt. He ain't had them Mexicans behind him and none of that stuff, bro. He was sitting on that couch. He was like, listen, I ain't never tell on nobody. It's death before dishonor. Always have been and always will be. And I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I know they is on my ass on this internet. I don't know what to really say up here, but I know I got to say something because this shit is looking dark right now. They had Big Meech on his heels on the internet, yo. 50 is crazy, 50 is a maniac. Yo, listen. 50 is an animal, bro. 50 be knocking these kingpins down. I can't front, bro. 50 be knocking. 50 got... Yo, listen. 50 is a dangerous man on this internet, man. They better stop playing with 50, you heard? 50 is dangerous on this internet, you heard? 50 is dangerous on this internet, bro. I ain't gonna lie. 50 is dangerous on this internet. And I think the only reason why Rick Ross, 50 ain't fade Rick Ross, because he gave us hits. Every day I'm hustling. Austin Martin music. Rick Ross got hits. I ain't gonna lie. Rich Forever. Rick Ross got hits, bro. CO or not. You know the COs beat my ass about 100 times in jail. You know what I'm saying? They beat Bad Mikey's ass at least 100 times, bro. And I still listen to Rick Ross. Austin Martin music. I'm just being honest. Austin Martin music is... Can I put my top back in my 911? Rick Ross got hits, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Rick Ross got hits. I can't front. That's the only reason why Rick Ross made it through that, because no matter if he was a SEAL or not, Rick Ross did prove to be a great rapper and a great executive. I'm being honest, bro. I can't come up here and cap to y'all, you heard? I can't come up out here and cap to y'all. I'm just being honest. SEAL or not, Rick Ross was a great rapper. Hindsight is 2020, you heard? Yo, Trinity, what up? Hindsight is 2020. I'm being honest. Rick Ross is a great rapper. I was in jail after I knew Rick Ross was a CEO. I was in jail still listening to Rick Ross. I'm being honest. Rick Ross is a great rapper, bro, because I ain't gonna front. You know, where we came from, we never looked at, you know, when I came up, even though the rappers were around us, I never really looked at rappers as street dudes. You got some real street dudes in there now, and I seen some dudes that came from the streets. But the rappers that I seen in the streets, they was never really involved in the streets like we was. They wasn't involved in the streets like we was. Them dudes around my way, they was outside and they used to be with us, but they wasn't doing what we was doing in the streets. I'm being honest, bro, you heard? And I'm not saying some of these rappers ain't doing it now, because they a little different. I see a lot of these dudes getting cases and really getting caught up, and they really on a different timing out here now as far as being rappers. But we never looked to rappers to be street dudes. We looked to rappers to just rap. Just give me a good song. That's it. I want to hear the music. That's it. I'm not looking at your background or who you was or what you did. I never thought about that shit. I never thought about what the background of the musician did. I never thought about that. I just thought about, you know, how good their music was. Being honest, you heard? Ross got some money. Ross got some hits. Ross put out Meek Mills too. And Meek Mills got a lot of money. Meek Mills made a lot of money messing with Rick Ross, you know what I'm saying? But I never, like I said, even though, you know, Rick Ross made hits, you heard? And, you know, he was a CEO. I don't know what he was doing down there, what kind of CEO he was, but, you know, he was a CEO. I still was bumping his stuff. Mad dudes bumping his stuff in prison in New York. They like that CEO. They like that CEO in New York, in jail. I'm just being honest, you heard? Oh, yeah, he put out Wale, too. That's facts. Wale was fire, too. Wale had some fire stuff, too. Rick Ross got some money, you heard? Rick Ross got some money, bro. But Rick Ross's own catalog. Rick Ross got some fire. He got fire albums, though. I ain't going front, you heard? Rick Ross got fire. He got fire albums, though. He got fire songs. Homie got a lot of classic songs, you heard? He got classic songs, bro. That's why he couldn't really, I think that's why 50 couldn't take Rick Ross out. He took out Ja Rule, because Ja Rule, 50 made Ja Rule change his style. You got to remember, Blood in My Eyes came out. Ja Rule tried to stop singing, and he started trying to be a hardcore rapper again when he started making the music for the women. He should have just stayed on his track and kept making hits. He let 50 sidetrack him and get him back into the streets. And that's how, you know, that was really the downfall of Murder Inc. He let 50 get in his head and stop making his music that he was making. Because you got to remember, before that beef, Ja Rule was going like 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 times platinum. Clap Back and all that stuff on that album, I think it was Blood in My Eyes or something like that. That album didn't even sell because he went away from the formula that, you know, Murder Inc. was given to the streets at that time. Was really him and Ashanti making, you know, that R&B hip hop mix. You know what I'm saying? And it was lit with the ladies and the dudes. You know, he had the clubs. He was rocking. Yeah, but he had some good songs on there though. He had 100 Guns, 100 Clips on there too, right? He had good songs on there, but 50 was on his body, it was over. 50 was on his body, it was over. 50 was on his body, it was over, you heard? But I think Rick Ross, he stayed true. Rick Ross kept making great songs. I can't front. Like Rich Forever. Rich Forever is a great song. With John Legend. If 16 ain't enough. If 16 ain't enough with Andre 3000. All them songs is classic songs, bro. All them songs is classic songs. I'm being honest, bro. Austin Martin music. That shit was killing New York. Right, he was supposed to stay with his LL Cool J flow, TJ. Right, he was supposed to stay with that. He was supposed to stay on that. He let 50 get him off that, and then 50 said, you know, he was talking about Ja doing all that singing. Then 50 came back with 21 questions. Girl, you here to love me now? Would you love me when I was down and out? Would you still have love for me? Yo, 50 is funny, yo. Yo, how 50 gonna diss him for that and then take his whole style, you heard? When I was locked up a quarter century, would you be there for me physically and mentally? Yo, 50 is funny. 50 took his whole style, yo. 50 gamed him for his style, then took it, you know what I'm saying? I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll give you the candy shop. Magic Stick, he started going in. 50 started going in. You heard, he took Ja Rule whole style. Right after that, he took Ja Rule's style. He had some hardcore songs still, but his big songs that he was promoting, candy shop and all that stuff, 50 took his style. Yo, 50 is a funny dude, man. 50 be talking these dudes out there. 50 be talking these dudes out of millions up here on the internet, yo. Yo, listen, yo, we gonna have to do a count one day of how many millions. I think my next show is gonna be how many millions did 50 stop dudes from getting? Probably like 100 million, 200 million he messed up. 50 messed up like 200 million from these dudes in the industry. He messed up all kind of, yo, listen, he messed up all kind of money on all kind of dudes, yo. He talked these dudes out of mad money. 50 is a funny dude, bro. Yo, he talked mad dudes out of some money, bro. He messed a lot of dudes' money up. 50 messed up a lot of dudes' money, bro. Oh, man, yo, the internet is undefeated, son. I know Meech is like, they can't do this. He looking at himself in the mirror like this. They can't do this to the Big Meech. I know he like, they can't do this to them. I'm not going out like this. It's over, Big Meech. He got you. 50 got another one, you heard? Yo, that shit was like, yo, I ain't going front, bro. I don't even think that was a month. 50 smoked him in like a month. Was that 2 weeks? How long did it take from the start of Big Meech and 50 beef to the end? To the end. How long did that take? That was a week? 2 weeks? Yo, listen. A whole life of hustling, a whole life of being solid was ended in like 2 weeks, bro. That's nasty work, you heard? I know them essays in there sharpening them things up. Wait till Big Meech come back up in here. I didn't know he did that. I took a picture with him, essay. We took pictures with that guy. 50 Cent said he's no good. Wait till he come back in here, essay. Then they sharpening them shits up right now. Wait for Big Meech to come back. Three weeks tops. 3 weeks tops. You right about that, TJ. 3 weeks tops. 3 weeks tops, bro. That was quick, you heard? But how you smoke Big Meech and Little Meech like that, though? He smoked Big Meech and Little Meech. Little Meech was looking like something for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I like Little Meech. I like the way he was acting, what he was doing. Next thing you know, I seen Little Meech on a beach. He had a crown on. You know, he ain't look like his normal self. I think he had a chain on under his shirt. He was like, yo, get with me now. If y'all looking for promotion, if y'all trying to get up, get at me. He had the kufi on. He had the kufi on backward. He had the kufi on. He was like, yo, listen. You know, I'm out here. Y'all trying to get up. Y'all trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. You know what I mean? Anytime, you know, I'm ready to work. Let's work. Let's get it done. Let's get it up. You know what I'm saying? 50 on bullshit out here. You know, he got me. He knocked me off my game. You know what I mean? 500, I'm doing promos. Yo, 50 posted them up. 50 said 500. He said, Little Meech out here. He said, Mimi. He said, Mimi out here doing $500 promos. Yo, 50 is an internet killer, you heard? 50 is an internet killer, yeah. He said, Mimi out here. Oh. Yo, 50's a savage, bro. I ain't gonna lie. 50 is nasty, you heard? You know what Big Meech doing right now, right? Hey, Siri. FaceTime Fidel.
I don't see a Fidelity.
He trying to holler at Fidel. Big Meech like, hold up. I need Fidel. Meech, you better stay away from Fidel, you heard? They on your body. That's over, you heard? Don't do it, Meech. Don't go back. Yo, listen, man, but this is so simple. This is so simple, though. Real talk, real talk. Hit that like button. It's 170. It's 56 likes. Stop it. I know 100 of y'all don't like me. If y'all on the vertical feed, hit the 3 dots. If y'all on the vertical feed, hit the 3 dots, man. Tap the screen something. Tap the screen something, you heard? Check it out. Only thing he could, if this would have been so easy, all he has to do is just show his paperwork. All this could just be over. If you solid, if you straight, all this could end. He could get paid right now somewhere to show his paperwork. I'll bring my paperwork on your show. Let me get 100. Let me get 200,000. Let me get 300,000. Somebody will give Big Meech 300,000 to bring his sentencing minutes up there right now, and I'm bet he can get that. He probably can get more than $500,000. Big Meech come and talk the real case. Brings his lawyer, brings his paperwork. He can get $500,000 for that right now. He can get $500,000 for that. Yo, DBN, salute to everybody pulling up. Hit that like button on the way in, man. It's 179. It's 59 likes. Y'all tripping. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all wild. I'm about to leave, man. I know 100 or something. I know I got like 60 haters. 60 haters is watching me like, yeah, this cocksucker's funny. You know what I'm saying? I know I got some haters. I know I got some haters, but I don't got 100. There's not 100 of y'all watching me that hating. I know I don't got 100, you heard? So hit the like for me, please. But it's so simple to end this. That's why you know it's not. Let me tell y'all something, man. With these two things, all of this could end if he just shows his paperwork. 42 Dugg is not supposed to be asking anybody but Big Meech about his paperwork. You should not come to the internet, 42 Dugg, and ask the internet for Big Meech paperwork when Big Meech got it. Ask Big Meech, yo, what's up with your paperwork? I just gave you 100,000 because I thought you was solid. If you think he's solid, if you just gave it to him because you wanted to give it to him and you don't care if he rather not it, then you know it is what it is. But if you think he's solid, then you should ask him for his paperwork if you gave him $100,000. You don't come to the internet and ask dudes on the internet. You ask the dude with the paperwork. That's what happens in prison. Produce your paperwork. That's what happens in the streets. Yo, listen, bro. Dude saying you did such and such and such. We need to see your paperwork. That ain't going to be in nobody else's paperwork. That's going to be in his paperwork. This can all end right now. This could have been over if he just showed his paperwork. I'm about to get up out of here in a second. Let me, because y'all tripping. It's 183 and there's 68 likes. But I'm going to end it like this. Check it out. I'm about to end because y'all wild. Y'all wild on the like button. Check it out. Integrity is not even having the scent of impropriety, of being improper. Integrity is not having the scent of being improper. Right? That's what integrity is. It don't even smell. It's nothing. It don't even look. Let me tell you something. Matter of fact, I'm going to stay for a little while. Get the likes up. I'm going to stay for a little while because I got to talk to y'all about this. This is important right here. If y'all ain't paying attention to all the part, pay attention to this part. With 42 Dugg from Detroit even have to come on the internet to ask about paperwork, that means it's already too nasty. For 42 Dugg to even have to come on the internet and asked about paperwork, it's already too nasty. That means you believe that there could be paperwork, 42 Dugg. Do y'all understand that? For you to even have to guess or think like, yo, did this dude tell? That means there's something there. Do y'all understand that? We see all kind of dudes just come home. Prince came home. All kind of dudes come home. Only certain people are coming home with this kind of stuff, following them on their wake. Only certain people got that. Southwest T don't got that. Other BMF dudes came home, they don't got that. Why is it following his name? What does Cuffy have to prove? What does Cuffy have to gain? All right, we can say Tammy Cohen's is lying because she's a disgruntled female that used to rock with him, and she mad he ain't choose her. I'll give y'all Tammy Cohen's. Why Cuffy saying that? Why Cuffy saying he hooked him up with that? It's too much. Let me explain to you like this. We all eat food. We all know about food, right, G-Dub Quinn? We all know about food, right? Check it out. It's a lot of different ways to tell if the food that you're eating is bad, right? My wife, my mother, my sister, they taught me how to pick chicken, to pick food, right? Right? You can look at food. If the color is off, you ain't gonna buy it. It don't look right. You can smell food. Ooh, that's bad, right? You can smell it. The texture. Sometimes I done had people cook food they thought was good, but when I taste the meat, the texture is off. The smell was good and it looked good, but the texture was like, hold on, there's something wrong with that food. Everybody on the internet could smell that something is wrong here. Everybody on the internet can tell that it don't smell right. It don't take a rocket scientist. See, dudes, and I'm not saying dudes don't deal with black and white, because dudes do. But in certain cases, especially a case like this, when the paperwork says he wanted to keep his name out the paperwork. The DA said it. The DA put him in the paperwork when he said Big Meech wanted to stay out the paperwork. But guess what? Guess why you don't see this a lot, though? With a lot of these guys that told. Cuffy took it all away. Cuffy, if you don't fight, other dudes got proven like that too, because they're gonna fight you. They're gonna fight you foot and nail, not to give out their CIs or their confidential informants, right? They're gonna fight you foot and nail to not give them out. They're gonna fight you foot and nail to not give them out. But if you go to trial, if you stay in prison 10, 20 years and you fight to the highest court, you have to face your accusers. Every person that ever told on you, you will see them if you fight long and hard enough. Every person that told on you, you will get a chance to see it. They can't hold it out all the way to the end. They will try. They will try to hold it out all the way to the end, spin you around, take you around that corner, act like they don't know. But they have to give you the truth of the people, because in America, in the judicial system in America, you have to be able to face your accuser. That is a rule. You have to be able to face your accuser. If he is CI or not, when you go to the court, a constitutional right is for you to be able to face your accuser. You have to. They have to give you that name if you don't cop out, if you go to trial and you fight long and hard enough. Right? They have to. That is the law. That is the rules. You have to be able to face your accuser. If you a CI and you giving up information on me, I might not get it at trial. You might not get certain things. Yo, listen, he gonna get everybody killed. This is what they use. We got to keep them confidential. And this is what they try to use as leverage to get everybody to cop out. Damn, they know everything. I'm gonna just take this time, bro. They know everything. Who told them everything? You don't know who told them everything, but you know they know everything. How you got the drops, where your wife live, where your girl live, right? Right, DBN, right. You like, damn, they know all that shit? How they know all that shit? You don't know how they know everything. A CI, a confidential informant, one of your codees turned over state evidence on you. And it's usually easier to find out about your co-defendant. That's why Cuffy, it's easier to find out about co-defendants. CIs are a little bit harder. Co-defendants are easy. Co-defendants, they give you early. You learn about co-defendants early. You learn about co-defendants early. But that's why, really, and let me tell you something. I'm out the streets, living a good life, working, doing what I need to do. I'm out the streets, right? I still live by a lot of the same moral codes that I always lived by, but I'm out of the streets, right? A lot of the moral codes I live by in the streets came from my family as well. So personally, I feel the streets dude don't care. I don't care. But them same street dudes, when they get caught with these dudes, I hope they get to the sun burnout. I'm just being honest. And I don't wish no time on nobody. But I know when they get busted and they tell on them dudes next, they're going to tell on them dudes because they need somebody else to tell on. They're going to tell on them street dudes too. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to come right here on the internet and talk about that shit. When they tell on the next batch of dudes, God willing, I'm alive. God willing, I'm alive. I'm coming here to talk about them dudes too. I'm going to come right here and talk to y'all about them dudes. Because really, this make no sense at this point. This make no sense at this point. You losing millions and millions of dollars, and all you got to do is show your paperwork. All you got to do, you came up there and said you wasn't a rat. You did that much. You should have came up there with your paperwork and showed that you wasn't no rat, Big Meech. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. You came up there and said it. But you should have showed it. You should have showed it. That would easily end all of this. All of this stuff on the internet, all his shows, everything would have been going. Like, yo, let me tell you something, bro. I would have had my paperwork up here so fast. If my show was in jeopardy and 50 was taking me, going at me like that, I would have had my paperwork up here so fast. What are you talking about, 50? And I'm suing you. Defamation of character. I want the G unit piece. I want the old piece that spin. I was in jail for that. I want the spinning G unit joint. Yo, salute Smitty Brim. A lot going on in the building, you heard? I'm just being honest. I don't got no dog in the fight. My life is not in the streets no more. So really, I'm just giving, content talking about what's going on. I don't like the promotion. What I don't like is this. So y'all understand me, who I am. I don't like when these fake rat-ass kingpins come home and still try to push a gangster line to these kids and they know they did no good. I'm gonna stay on. Get me 16 more likes and I'm gonna talk about something else. I'm gonna talk about rats. I'm gonna talk about how I feel about rats. Give me 16 more likes. I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about rats. Snitches and rats. I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about snitches and rats right now today. And how I felt about them. But I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about them. Go ahead. I need 15 more likes. It's 140 in the building. I'm gonna tell y'all how I feel about snitches and rats. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about snitches and rats. I'm gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? 89. Go ahead. The three dots. If y'all on the vertical feed, hit the three dots. Hit the three dots. If y'all on the vertical feed. Get the likes to 100. And I'm gonna tell you how I feel about rats. 90, 10 more. Yo, appreciate you, man. Come get some of this merch, man. Y'all can get these hats, man. If y'all want hats, man, hit me up, man. Hit me up on a gram or whatever. Hit me up. I got y'all. 8 more likes. 7 more likes. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about rats. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about rats. And I'm gonna start with my co-defendant. 7 more likes. 6 more likes. And I'm gonna start with my co-defendant. 5 more likes. 5 more likes. 2 more. 2 more likes. 2 more likes. One more like. Get it to 100. Get the likes to 100. This is how I feel. I came to the internet. Y'all see me how to blow up. I still feel the same way I always felt about my own co-defendant. I forgave my co-defendant years ago. That was not a lie. That was a real feeling. That was something I tried to leave in prison. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I forgave my co-defendant. Like I said, that was my, I felt like my little brother. I still feel that way no matter what we went through. You know what I'm saying? But feelings change, things change. At first, I felt the same. I felt a certain type of way when I was in prison. But, he was my little brother. I would never did nothing to my little brother. You know what I mean? No matter what he did, I came from strong family values and really not to flip on family. And I was mad for him for a lot of years. Probably ain't correspond with him. He was writing me and stuff like that. And I ain't feel I felt some type of way about him. I was able to talk to my, my family members and other people in our family, his brother, my family, my mother, my family, and with me maturing and understanding, I took him on that mission. I took him to do that. You know what I'm saying? I took him to do that with me. So I'm partially at blame for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm partially at blame for that. Official prison talk in the building. I'm partially at blame for that. So I forgave my co-defendant, and I like what he did when he came out here to the city. He was working, he's doing a certain thing. Don't like the lies that he told about our case. I don't like those lies that he told about our case. When he did certain interviews. But I ain't really stressed those. I didn't really stress those things. But like I said, I did forgive him. I like the work that he's doing. He changed his life. He's working in the music. He's not trying to be too extra out here. So I respect him for what he's doing in his life. He changed his life. He's not pushing the gangster doctrine. And that's Ty. That's fly Ty. You see what I'm saying? So I respect what he's doing as far as in his life. He changed his life. He got sons. He's treating his sons better than his father treated him. I know his father. I know his family. You know what I'm saying? He ain't come up with that. You heard? Know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. So I said, started with my co-defendant. I respect dudes that, did bad by the game to come home and change their life and do what they got to do. All right, you come home, you did whatever you did in your case. You seen the streets wasn't for you. You change your life. You make amends with it. You do what you got to do. You tell the truth. You tell the truth and you change your life. I respect that. It is what it is. He did what he did in prison. He told people what he did. And it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I forgave him. Everybody knew that. All right, move on with your life. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? You're doing good things in the music. You're doing your thing. That's how, so that's how I really feel, bro. I don't, with these other dudes, that come out here and still trying to be fake gangsters, and you're not a gangster. You pushing this fake gangster doctrine to these kids. You're not telling them the real. You're not telling them what you did. You're not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing none of that. That's the dudes I don't like. That's the dudes I really don't jack. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of dudes out here like, I was working as a case manager, as a reentry case manager. When I was working with these kids and working with people, I didn't ask them if they told or not. I didn't ask nobody that. If they needed services, I gave them services. No matter who they was in the hood, I wasn't looking into their cases. I didn't come out here on jail time to be looking into cases and doing any of that. I'm just being honest. What I don't like, though, is the promotion of this gangster stuff, and you anything but a gangster. Because when it was your turn to be a gangster in that courtroom in front of those cops, you wasn't a gangster. You cooperated. So don't come back to the hood. Don't come back to the community and promote that shit to everybody else. Knock down kids. Knock down other people for being snitches and doing all of that. And you not a gangster. For these guys that's, committing, doing whatever they do, they come home, they make amends. They come home, talking to the kids, changing their life, they getting a job, they out the streets. I ain't worried about them. I ain't the rat hunter. I'm just being honest. I'm not a rat hunter. I'm not looking into dudes' cases and looking to all that shit. You know, when stuff come on the news and I hear about these big stories that everybody's listening to, that all these kids get to see, then I'm gonna speak to that. I'm gonna speak to that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, you know what I mean? Yeah, people got, yo, you right about that, OFF. You know, people got their own demons to live with. And like I said, I'm not trying to push that on them. I'm into live and let live. I'm into live and let live. But when you come out here and you trying to push a gangster doctrine, when you trying to push a gangster line and you not a gangster and you promoting that shit to these kids and you promoting that shit to the community and trying to destroy our communities with that shit, nah, I'm going to speak against you. I got to speak against that. Like, you don't see me going in on, you don't see me going in on all these dudes. I only going on some of these dudes when they be coming up here trying to talk about dudes or try to act like they made their change or they told because they changed their life. No, you told to get out of time. You told so you didn't have to do the time for the crimes that you committed. You didn't want to be responsible and do the time. You know, you didn't want to take accountability for the crime that you committed, so you told on your homies and got them more time and got you less time or whatever happened. You see what I'm saying? No, listen, grown man TV, grown man business. I respect how you feel, but you know, I'm a different person. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. If you don't want to forgive, if you don't want to do none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, my rules, I'm governed by the Most High, you heard? My rules govern me is the Most High. None of that other rules, none of that other stuff govern me, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just talking about me and how my life is and my specific situation. You see what I'm saying? In my specific situation, I don't put nothing past nobody. We seeing right now in front of our eyes, we seeing the biggest kingpins, the worst killers tell. What you think nobody else is exempt from telling? You think nobody else gonna tell within that? Let me tell you something, man. When you go into these courtrooms, that shit is you versus New York State, if you in a state, or Jersey or whatever, or you versus United States of America. The whole government going against you. These dudes don't even stand up to the dudes down the block. How do I expect these dudes to stand up to the government of the United States of America? I know I had to get out of there. I had to get out of there because I know these dudes ain't going to stand up to that. They not standing up to the dude that slapped them and took their chain. You think they standing up to the government, to the whole America? This is what it is. You going against the whole federal government, bro. These dudes won't take the one on. These dudes ain't shooting 5. These dudes ain't gonna shoot 30. Let me get 5 minutes over here. Come over here and fight like a man. These dudes ain't gonna fight like a man. How am I think these dudes gonna fight for their life and stand up against the government? I'm being honest, bro. I'm being honest, bro. I'm being honest, bro. I don't know who telling the truth. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the truth, what's lies. I don't know. These dudes be lying. Some dudes be lying. But for clout. That's another thing. Don't get me wrong. I seen paperwork that I believe was fake. That was made. When I was in prison, I have seen paperwork that I thought was fake. I have seen paperwork that I have thought was fake. Right? I have seen some stuff that I thought was fake. I don't know if it's real or fake, but I have seen stuff that I thought that I think back on, and I'll be like, damn, that shit might have been fake. 85%, these dudes gonna tell. So I'm not, and let me tell you something. With Big Meech being labeled a rat, that's what. Let me tell you something. These people don't play. The government is leaking this information and putting this stuff out here on purpose to make more rats, to make more people cooperate, to make it even easier for them to get a conviction. The more people that cooperate is the easier for them to get convictions. If you don't cooperate, then they don't have the information. If they don't have information, then it's harder for them to win cases. With Big Meech having this rat tag on him right now, because if he's a rat or not, he has a tag right now, you heard? If he's a rat or not, he is tagged in these streets as a rat. Put a 1 if I'm right, put a 2 if I'm wrong. Put a 1 if I'm right, and put a 2 if I'm wrong. In these streets, he has a tag. I'm just being honest. Regardless to what? If it ain't true, why don't you just show the paperwork? I'm just saying, if it's not true, why are we not just seeing the paperwork? Just being honest, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. He wearing that tag. He got that tag anyway. That scent that's coming from that case is foul. It's a bad smell coming from that case, bro. It's a bad smell coming from that case, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. If you consider him solid, if you consider him a rat, what we dealing with now is what you believe. It all goes back to belief. They can show you if they show you the paperwork now, if they showed paperwork, it's still people gonna believe that Meech is solid. It's still people that's gonna lie and say that Meech is solid for their own personal reasons to make Meech solid. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's nasty out here, man. It's nasty out here, bro. That right there, with him, let me tell you something. With this tag being on him, you know what this is green lighting in the streets right now? You know what this is green lighting in the streets right now? The streets is nasty, bro. Streets is over, bro. We have seen some of the worst killers and some of the worst kingpins turn out to be real rats. Streets is over, bro. Streets is over, you heard? Streets is over, bro. If you not scared, listen, I'm scared. I know when I came out here, I knew this before I came out. I said, I ain't going out there. They ain't telling on me. I said, they not gonna be my get out of jail free card, you heard? Just stay in house gang. I said, they not using Mikey B's name as a get out of jail free card, you heard? And they saying some of these dudes is not even going to jail. They just getting money. These dudes is working a job and locking people up now. Man, listen, you ain't getting paid no $85,000 a year to lock me up. You heard? Y'all girls, salute. You ain't getting no listen, you ain't getting no $85,000 a year to lock up Mikey B, you heard? That ain't happening. They paying these informants good money out here in America, you heard? They getting good money and they doing great work. They getting everybody locked up. Look, I just got out from doing 10. I'm not busting a grape right now. I'm telling you, the streets is over. The streets is over. Hey, yo, let me tell you something. It's not really sad. It ain't really sad to me. Get a job. Get a job. Get a job. You did them 10 years, 20 years, whatever you did, man. You should have went in there and got some skills. Learn something. Should have learned something. Streets is over, bro. Streets is over, bro. You know why the streets is really over, though? This is why the streets is really over. Let me tell you why the streets is really over. The streets ain't over because of the rats. Nah, the streets is not over because of the rats. The streets is not over. The streets is not over because of the rats. You know why? There was always rats in the streets. The streets, the game, the hustle always had rats, yo. It's because the streets is dealing with the rats differently now. The rats is good. Dudes that knock a real dude off and be cool as hell with the rats. I'm just being honest. Dudes are rather come home and dudes are look out, take care of him, don't tell on me. Dudes treat the rats better than the real dudes. It's the treatment of the rats. That's what killed the game. The treatment of the rats is what changed the game. It's the treatment. They treat rats better than the real dudes. Rats get a better homecoming than the real dudes that you know kept solid. And I'm not talking about, let me tell you something. I'm not talking about people you don't know, Toll. I'm talking about people we don't know, Toll. I'm talking about people they know, Toll. These street dudes is treating these rats that they know told better than official dudes, bro. They kept it solid with the streets, bro. That's why the streets is over. That's why it's over, bro. That's why the streets is really over. Dudes just think, yo, it was bad rats. It always was rats. It was always rats. It was always rats. But now the street dudes is running with the rats. They don't care. Listen, don't tell on me. Tell on him. Tell on Mikey B, G-Dub Quinn. Tell on them hood love niggas over there. Tell on them dudes. As long as you don't tell on me, we good. That's what killed the game, you heard? That's what killed the game. The treatment. The game is over. They don't got to get better. They know the game already. The rats know the game better than us. The rats know the game better than everybody else. They know what's going on. You know, and this is not to say to promote violence, but dudes don't kill rats no more. Dudes stay cool with them. That been over. That era been over. I be seeing dudes kill all rats, all this. That era been over. That era's gone. That era's gone. They ain't doing that no more. They making songs with them. They in the videos with them. What you mean? That era been over. That era been over. Let me tell you something. I'm out the street, so I'm not even mad. Like I said, it's not a promotion of violence. I ain't trying to promote violence. I'm just telling you the facts of the streets. The facts of the streets. That shit been over. That been over. That been over. When they locked all of us from the 90s up, mass incarceration from the 90s, They killed all that from the 90s up. They killed that shit when they locked most everybody up for anything. They locked us all up for all them years. A lot of dudes came back to the streets. Rats is in power. They running shit. Like, hold up. Who you talking about? Him? That's my man. That's my bro. What you talking about? These dudes don't care. They don't care out here. Dudes will kill your ass quick out here over a rat, you heard? Dudes will knock your ass over these rats out here, you heard? They love these rats out here. And like I said, you know, I'm just giving you the facts of the streets. I'm just giving you the facts of the streets, you heard? I'm just giving you the facts of the streets. That's just the facts. That's the facts, you heard? That's the facts. Dudes don't care about that shit no more. Dudes will knock all the real dudes off, knock each other off. all the rats get passes. No real dudes get passes for nothing. The rats, though, the rats is good. Everybody's good, you heard? Nah, leave him alone. That one right there, leave him alone. That's my rat. That's my favorite rat. Streets is nasty, bro. Yo, the streets is nasty, you heard? Yo, it's nasty. It's nasty out here, you heard? You gotta stay away. You gotta stay away. And then you got some gangster rats out here, too. You got some rats that'll knock you off for calling them a rat, you heard? The gangster rats got a lot of dudes shook, too. There's some gangster rats out here. Some people say you can't say gangster. Man, gangster rats. You got gangster rats out here. Straight up rats, straight up paperwork on them. You say anything about that paperwork, he gonna knock you off, you heard? Your son called you a rat. Who? Mikey B. Where you at? You a rat? Yeah. But he can't call me that shit. I ain't going for that. Streets is nasty, y'all. Yo, streets is nasty, man. I ain't gonna lie though. 50 is smashing these dudes up though. 50? 50 is an animal, bro, you heard? It's a Rizzy. Yo, that's right, G-Dub Quinn. The game is a Rizzy. Make sure y'all go follow my brother G-Dub Quinn, man. The game is a Rizzy. Oh, man, the game is a Rizzy, man. Get y'all a good job. You know what I mean? Get y'all a good job, you heard? Either that, or you doing that dirt, stack your paper. Save your lawyer money. Save your commissary money. Save your bail money. Because you're gonna need it. You heard? I'm talking to one of my brothers. He got locked up. He was like, man, he got locked up recently. He's locked up. He's locked up right now. He like, man, everybody telling out there, man. I'm in here with these kids. They showing me their cases and shit. All these dudes out here telling, man. All these dudes is telling, bro. Shit nasty. Save y'all bail money. Save y'all lawyer money. Save your commissary money, you heard? Save your commissary money, you heard? Because if you out here in these games, you got the shooters telling, yo, look, you got the shooters telling, these dudes is out here doing murder for hires. They telling, they getting picked off. You not doing nothing. Let me tell you something. You're not getting away with nothing in America no more like that. If you get away now, the way the cameras are set up in America, and especially New York, the way the cameras are set up, they're gonna follow you back to back from wherever you came from. They're gonna follow you there, and they're gonna catch you. The highway, it's cameras on every corner, every street. When you roll through these streets, it's cameras everywhere. Every state. Every state, bro. Look at how they caught that dude that shot that healthcare owner, the business owner. Look how they caught him. Look how they followed him. We seen it in real time because they wanted him so bad because that dude was like a billionaire healthcare dude. That's how it is in New York. You're not getting away with too much, bro. You're not getting away with nothing, bro. You think you are. You gonna get, and don't get me wrong, you might get away. You might get away for a week. Yeah, you got away for a week. You got away for a 2 week while they was tracking all the cameras. You're not getting away with shit now, bro. That shit is over, bro. That shit is over. That shit is. You shoot somebody, be prepared to crack. You know, just know it's a crash out. It's a crash mission. You heard? You do these crimes, bro. It's a crash mission. You heard? Just know it's a crash mission. It's over. It's over. You heard? Look at little Dirk. Look at little Dirk. You heard? Look at little Dirk. They came and got them dudes all the way. Them dudes flew in. They got the whole cameras from everywhere. They followed them from Chicago all the way to California. They got all the cameras. How you beat that? How you beat that? How you beat that case? They got the rent-a-car. They got the car you rented. How you beat that case? They got the credit cards from Dirk's company for the plane flights. How you beat that case? How you get away with that? I'm just saying. I'm just saying how you beat that. Dirk might. The only person that might beat it is Dirk. If them dudes don't tell on Dirk, then Dirk can win. If them dudes don't tell on Dirk, then Dirk can win. But Dirk was running his mouth in the music. He ran his mouth in the music, you heard? He telling on himself. I got it back in blood, you just don't know. What are you talking about? You heard? Yo, these dudes in the game nowadays is crazy. Yo, look. What are you talking about? How do you beat that? I'm just saying. I've been in jails. I done seen dudes beat a lot of stuff. I done seen loopholes and ways out. They got y'all going from the airport, rent the car, in a rented car, on the camera. They got you get out the car, shoot the guy up, get back into the rented car, go place, go back there, and they got you back in the other place. How you beat that? How you beat that? How you beat that? I'm just saying. You shooting people in America now is a crash mission. It is a crash mission. No matter how much money you think you're getting paid, you're not going to enjoy that shit. You're not enjoying no money nowadays, bro. You're not enjoying that shit. You're not enjoying that. You're not enjoying that shit. You gotta, but they can gas these bozos up to believe they're gonna enjoy it. You're not enjoying nothing. Just being honest. Them days is over. Y'all missed them days of no cameras in the 90s and all that shit. This shit is over. 2000s is over. 2025? Drones? This is over in 2025, you heard? That game is over, you heard? You better make it, it better be worth it. I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth it, you heard? I hope it. Because when you sitting in there, look, the jails is on lockdown, COs is leaving, locking jails down now too. Imagine if they locked the jail down, you in there with a bunkie. You see we had the OGs up there from the West Coast. What if they lock the jail down and leave, and they leave you in a cell with a booty bandit? Y'all dudes can't fight. Now what's going to happen? You double bunked upstate, no police around, you in there with a straight brolic booty bandit. You in there with a straight brolic booty bandit. What you going to do now? For a week. They ain't opening your cell for a week. They ain't opening your cell up. You're going to come out of there looking like Belladonna. You're going to come out that cell looking like Belladonna. Y'all don't know about Belladonna. Dudes from jail know. Them old timers from jail, they know about Belladonna, you heard? You're going to come out there looking like Belladonna. Hey, yo, G-Them Quinn, you heard? Locked up with a big booty bandit. You gonna come up out there looking like Belladonna, you heard? Yo, listen, it's crazy, man. Be smart, man. Get a job like me, man. Be smart. Stay away from these bozos. Stay away from all these fake gangsters. These is fake gangsters, bro. It's not real. Fighter take the pipe. That's crazy. That is wild, yeah. Hey, yo, listen, man. I'm telling you, man, these dudes is not. Dudes is not, bro. The biggest hustler, the biggest drug dealer, biggest kingpin, ain't looking good for him, man. I'm just saying. It look, no matter what you really feel, bro, it just smells bad, looks bad, bro. It looks bad, bro. It smells bad, it looks bad, it smells bad, bro. And he ain't refuting nothing, bro. That ain't good, bro. It's definitely a wrap, yo. But yeah, man, I told you what I was going to do, man. I ain't even supposed to stay on this long, man. Y'all got me going in, you know? Y'all made Bad Mikey make an appearance anyway a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I got Bad Mikey out here talking this talk, you heard? But salute to y'all. You already know what it is, man. It's Mr. Hood Love Mikey B, man. Popped out, gave y'all another one, some good wreck, you heard? If y'all ain't hit that like button, hit the like button, man. Share the content to somebody you know that can use it, you heard? Yo, Abdul, salute. Share the content to somebody y'all think can use it, you heard? You know what I'm saying? Let them know, Pop Out TV. Yo, what up? You already know. Lucci. Word up. Listen. Get you some skills, get you a good job, man. Streets is dead. Either that, save your bail money, save your lawyer money, and save your commissary money if you choosing the streets. Because everybody's telling. You already know what it is. Mr. Hood Love Mikey B. Salute.